What are you reading, Leggett?
I'm reading about these two Rummans. They're pulling shotguns out of rivers.
Well, I'm reading about the same thing. What newspaper have you got?
The EDP.
I've got the Evening News. Well, someone's going to get done for copyright here because this is the same article.
What's that, the Dippy Detectorists?
Yeah.
Well, blast. They're doing a good job, aren't they?
I think so. So here I am, I'm on my own this morning. Leggett's still in bed, the bane of my life. He said he'd be out in about 10 or 15... Leggett? What are you doing over there? Leggett, we're supposed to be filming. Leggett, what are you doing over there with the chickens?
I'm waiting for my egg, ain't I? I ain't bought an egg from the shop in 20 years' time.
20 years you ain't bought an egg from the shop?
He's a playing up. I just need a bit of wet nursing and I'll get my egg. I'll be with you in 20 minutes. I fry them. It shouldn't take long.
Well, you got a frying pan out as well. You ain't got a cooker out here.
Well, Dippy Detectorists, they don't know time frame.
Leggett, you're going to have to cut this out. The EDP are never going to have us back if you keep doing stuff like this.
Right, Matty's getting a bit annoyed. It's been 15 minutes, but I've got my egg. I'm sure he won't mind another 15 minutes, but I'm now going to cook my eggs and soldiers.
45 minutes I've been waiting for you to finish your eggs and soldiers. Where have you been? It's freezing out here and I've got pneumonia in my feet by now, probably. What are you thinking?
Well,
Was it nice?
I ain't had eggs and soldiers in years, so I thought I'd treat myself.
Treat yourself? What about my feet? So here we are, just a short video today. As you may have seen, on the 8th of February we were in the newspapers, the EDP, the Evening News. I was even on Radio Norfolk, we'll show you later on. Anyway, we'd just like to say a special thanks to certain individuals for getting us there. We are ever so grateful.
So first of all, we'd like to thank Matty's mum for sending our sawn-off shotgun content into the EDP, which got noticed overnight. Thank you ever so much for that. Great job.
Second of all, we'd like to thank Luke Powell at the EDP, Arch and Evening News, for writing the article on us. It's a fantastic article. We've had so many comments from family and friends just saying how well written it was, so thank you so much to Luke for doing the research on the video and yeah, putting us in. Also, we'd like to say thanks to Matthew Gudgeon and Paul Hayes at Radio Norfolk for having me chat my Norfolk jibber jabber on the radio the day this newspaper went out. That'll come up later on in this video you're watching right now if you want to stick around.
And most of all, we'd both like to say a huge thank you to all you guys who like, comment and share. We love engaging with you, so thanks for watching.
Thing in Asda last night and I didn't realise...
Were you actually?
Yeah.
Doing well.
Tesco, sorry. And I didn't realise someone from work was behind me. They went,
Oh yeah, repping the Dippy Detectorists merch, aren't you? I was like, yeah, you've got to, haven't you? Well, rain just goes so blank sometimes. It's weird.
That's probably because we're planning so much, isn't it?
Yeah.
Normally we're just like, oh,
this is an anchor.
Yeah.
If you cast a line into the River Wensum, what may you expect to find? The odd trout? If it were a sitcom or a sketch show, perhaps a Wellington boot or an old bike. A sawn-off shotgun, though. That's what Matt Miller and Matt Leggett hooked out of the river near the old Toys R Us shop in Norwich when they were magnet fishing. They've learned the gun now is being tested by police to see if it may have been used in a crime. The two Matts bill themselves as the Dippy Detectorists, and Matt Miller has been telling me more.
Well, I chucked the magnet into the river, pulled it out, and the sawn-off came up, and I couldn't believe what I saw to start with. I mean, the first thoughts were going through my head was, wow, Leggett, we're in trouble. Because, you know, a sawn-off just doesn't happen. I mean, shotguns, yeah, farmers use it for shooting and whatnot, but sawn-offs, they're so illegal. But the thing was, that looked so rusty and old that we didn't really think anything of it until somebody said to Leggett, I think this was somewhere near Christmas, the police may be interested in this. So we actually handed it in after Christmas when the hubbub was over. And then, they were quite shocked to see, I think.
So your thought is that it's been in there in the river for many years, it's just down to the state of what it looked like?
Oh, yeah, many years. I mean, if you see on the actual photo, you can see a plastic bag. It's like a bin bag. It's like degraded to the side of the actual shotgun. So it's obviously been chucked in the river in a bin bag, we think, anyway. But it's been down there many years. I mean, once we pulled it up, that was completely disarmed. I mean, a rock's more dangerous than that. You would never get that to fire again. That was so old. I don't know how old that would be. I mean, there's obviously some shotgun expert somewhere who could probably tell us. But, yeah.
I mean, the thought is, of course, Matt, that it was either used in some sort of crime however many years ago, or maybe it was a criminal that threw it away when they were in the act of planning a crime. I mean, it gets the old mind going, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it definitely gets the mind ticking. But, how on earth the police are going to find any evidence with this, I don't know. Hopefully they do, because that would be exciting to, solve a crime and that and whatnot. But I always say to passers-by who are actually watching us magnet fishing, I don't know how the police let rivers exist. Pretty much because it's the perfect way, and I don't know if I should be saying this on radio, to get rid of evidence, because metal will just completely rust, and any fingerprints or blood or anything like that, I assume you get with a gun, will just completely go. So, the amount of crime we've actually found in the rivers in terms of, road signs, jewellery, safes on our YouTube channel, our Facebook, the Dippy Detectorists. It's just astonishing. But yeah, I would assume if the police dragged a big old electromagnet over one of those rivers, the ones you get down the scrapyard that pick the cars up, they'd probably solve about 100 crimes. So, if they do it, let us know as well, because we'd love to be down there when they do.
So how long have you been doing this for then? Has it been a sort of several years that you've been getting the old magnet out and dredging the rivers?
No, not at all. So last year, Leggett and I, my friend, we've been friends since high school. Basically, we watched this thing on BBC called, it's a drama series called The Detectorists. And we've been thinking about getting metal detectors for years, and this just inspired us to get metal detectors. So we got the metal detectors, and then we came across this thing called magnet fishing. It's very similar, but obviously, you're using a magnet instead of a metal detector. And we thought, let's have a go. And within the first month or so, we had another double-barrel shotgun down at Old Leggett. There's a video on our YouTube channel for that as well, if you need to see that. But safety deposit boxes, bikes, we find absolutely all sorts. But
have you made your fortune yet then?
Oh, no, definitely not. Well, this is the thing. This is another thing. We have passers-by who are always saying to us, because we take all the metal we find away and recycle it, just so, we're cleaning the rivers at the same time. But people always look at the wheelbarrow full of metal and they go, cool, you got a lot of money's worth there. And we really haven't. We're not doing it for the scrap metal money. I mean, the scrap metal price at the moment is 8.5 pence per kilo. So a wheelbarrow full of metal is probably going to get us £2. So if you're going to start magnet fishing for scrap metal value, you've got nothing unless you find, the crown jewels somewhere in Norwich. But yeah. And
this sawn-off shotgun, what did the police say when you turned up with it?
Well, this is the thing. So I called the non-emergency number to start with, and they actually picked up the one I found in Old Leggett, and they picked up that along with the safe that we found down Helsden Mill Lane. They picked that one up. But then they said for this one, they said, just drop it in. And I'm a busy man myself, so's Leggett. So we did drop it in eventually, but I took it to Elsham Police Station, and you pick up the yellow phone on the outside of the building. And I said to him, I'm outside and we do magnet fishing, blah, blah. I've got a sawn-off shotgun in the van. It's completely harmless, so don't panic. Do you want to come and have a look at it? And anyway, a few minutes later, this lady came out with a notepad and started taking my details, where I found it and so on. And eventually she said, where is the sawn-off shotgun? I said, well, it's in the van if you want it. And we walked over to the van, I passed it to her, and she's ever such a nice lady, but she did look quite shocked, I must say, because I don't think sawn-off shotguns happen much in Norfolk. But yeah, that was quite a shocking sight. There's also a gentleman from the Elsham Police Station put a photo up on his Instagram account, his personal Instagram account, which we were later tagged in. So that was obviously quite a spectacle.
Well, you're called the two Matts, the Dippy Detectorists, and
Yeah, that's it.
Whatever you're going to find next, eh? I mean, every time's an adventure, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is the thing. We do actually find stuff like safes, guns, and all that sort of stuff. But if you go onto our Facebook or YouTube channel, the Dippy Detectorists, you'll find that we do add a little bit of a twist onto the stuff that we find in terms of, I mean, last month we were metal detecting, we found Delia Smith's great aunt's button. This
What?
week, yeah, I don't.
Delia Smith's great aunt's what? Button?
Button. So that you'll see on the video, there's initials which say AS, and that's Angela Smith. Now, that's Delia Smith's great aunt. Now, I am playing with you because that was a story that we just made up.
Oh, I see.
But, yeah, so we actually do find stuff, metal detecting, magnet fishing, that is real, but we pull out stuff that we tell a story about anyway. I mean, for example, and I won't tell you if it's real or not, but this week, on our YouTube channel and Facebook page, Saturday, the title of the video is Crown Jewels Found Magnet Fishing in Norwich. And the thumbnail of the video is me standing outside Buckingham Palace. And I tell you, I did actually go to Buckingham Palace. Whether it was royal jewellery or not, you'll have to find out in the video. But, yeah, that was good fun making that video. Very good.
Well, it sounds like you're having a good time with the videos, but also, I mean, you've found a weapon that could turn out to be an important clue, probably unlikely given the time it's been in the river, but it's another gun off the streets, isn't it? And Matt, we say well done to you on that, and the other Matt as well. And thank you for joining us, the Dippy Detectorists. Thank you, Matt Miller.
Thank you so much.